Hi, I'm Emma.
I'm Adam.
And this is our bus. And we're turning this bus into a home and a living, traveling experiment in sustainability.
Imagine Thoreau on Walden with a speedboat that turns into a car filled with Jack Kerouac and Mary Pranksters.
We're currently in the construction process of turning this bus into our home, which we're trying to do by March.
So as you can see, the bus is a little bare bones at the moment. Later this week we'll be putting in walls, and then all the real construction will begin. This will be our kitchen. This will be the dining, hangout / guest sleeping area with a fold-out bed. This will be a tub in which we bathe. This will be our compost toilet.
Then where I am, we'll have our little bedroom, and then a little fake partition here that leads into our greenhouse, where we're going to grow as much herbs and food plants as we can possibly cram in here. And we're going to take out this ceiling panel so that we can get as much sunlight as possible. So we want to go on a road trip around the country on this bus with as little negative impact on the environment as possible, and we want to use that blessing, the ability to travel, as an opportunity to engage with people around the country about what sustainability is for them, whether or not they think a sustainable lifestyle is accessible to them right now, what's holding them back from thinking it's accessible or thinking it's affordable. And also we want to engage with people about folk medicine traditions and how people have interacted with plants traditionally, or what lessons they've learned about plant medicine and using plants for a more healthy lifestyle. I've been interested in plants since I was a child. I was raised by a woman with an intense green thumb, and no matter whether we lived on 10 acres or a quarter of an acre, our land was always full of a jungle garden with just life teeming everywhere in every little nook and cranny. And then, so I kind of was raised with this idea of being surrounded by plants, and then went off to college, and since then I've realized how disconnected society is in general with plants and with the fact that their food is plants and comes from the ground. So I did some traveling and went and worked on some organic farms abroad and realized how healthy of a community was created by living on the land and sharing with people the food that you both grew and cooked together and made for yourselves. And that's kind of harbored in me this desire to bring that community here to where I was raised in North Carolina, and figure out how we can create sustainable food communities that also foster just a healthy society in general, because everything is interconnected, especially with the food system. So in order to make all that happen, we're reaching out to you for support and just to cover a few one-time upfront costs that will make this bus sustainable and road ready. And those include a couple of solar panels that we'll use to run all of our electricity off of natural power. We want to convert our engine to run off of used veggie oil that we'll pick up from restaurants around the country. And we want to get a couple of rain barrels so that we can harvest all of our own water and do a closed system gray water cycle for the plants. This is the first step on our potentially lifelong journey towards seeking sustainable lifestyles for ourselves and the community around us.
We'll be chronicling our adventures, mishaps along the way, and all the information that we have access to, you will as well.
On our blog.
On our blog.
HotDanielTheBus.tumblr.com.
HotDanielTheBus.tumblr.com. If we're in the same place, let's grab a cup of coffee or tea. Okay.
Thank you so much for your support and for being a part of our adventure and our community.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
See you on the road!